There are more than 100 definitions of marketing, and what is most importantly, they evolve and change over time. Many of them begin with the words marketing is a process. For example, marketing is defined by the American Marketing Association is implementation of business processes in the direction of the flow of goods and services from the producer to the consumer. However, in my opinion, much better explanations of what marketing is. Philip Kotler, marketing is a profitable satisfaction of needs. Steve Jobs, marketing is about values. Peter Drucker, the purpose of marketing is to make sales efforts unnecessary. In my life, I met many CEOs who said they do not believe in marketing. Marketing is not a matter of faith. Marketing is a tool, and depending on how you use it, you get that or the other result. You need marketing if your goal is passive sales. You need marketing if you have at least one competitor. You need marketing if you are building a long-term business. Each person has needs that arise in our time. The task of any business in meeting these needs to generate profits. This is the key marketing function that we will talk about throughout our classes. 200 years ago, there was no marketing. You would live in a world where you know your milkman and when his cow gets sick. 200 years ago, there was not even an advertisement. Advertising appeared when the village had a second milkman. You have to remember the main business rule. The market itself does not buy anything, people buy. Based on this sentence, you have to provide for the market a product what people need. Do not think about trends, but know what your customers needs, what product or service do they need. Amount of the information growing dramatically fast and we can't estimate the real value of a product. In other words, if you can't describe in detail how a product made or do it for your own, you have to trust information about this product. I even may say we don't buy a product itself, but its wrapper. Key marketing tasks. Growth of sales. The objective of every business is to grow, and you should seek growth through existing or new products in existing or new markets. Market penetration. Existing market, existing product. This strategy involves an attempt to increase market share within existing industries, either by selling more product to established customers or by finding new customers within these markets, typically by adapting the promotion element of the marketing mix. One of the superb examples are Coca-Cola and Christmas. If you were to ask a number of people what comes to mind when they think of Christmas, there is a likelihood that some of them would say Coca-Cola or the Coca-Cola Christmas advert. Product development, existing market, new product. This involves developing new products for existing markets by thinking about how new products can meet customer needs more closely and outperform competitors. One of the known examples is McDonald's introduced salads in their outlets in order to retain its existing customers, many of whom were becoming more health conscious. Market development, new market, existing product. Thirdly, the market development strategy entails finding a new group of buyers for an existing product. The launch of Coke Zero in 2005 was a classic example of this, its concept being identical to Diet Coke, the great taste of Coca-Cola but with zero sugar and low calories. Related diversification, new market, new product. This involves the production of a new category of goods that complements the existing portfolio, in order to penetrate a new but related market. iPod was perhaps one of the most successful diversification ever. With its launch, Apple targeted a very large customer group, very different from its traditional smaller cult-like following. Unrelated diversification, new market, new product. Finally, unrelated diversification entails entry into a new industry that lacks important similarities with the company's existing markets. As example, Apple entered into the music business that was completely new for the company. Next marketing task is growth of awareness. If the company is not known, then of course it is almost impossible to sell anything in large volumes efficiently and costly. In order to build brand awareness, your content needs to be remarkable and shareable. For that to work, you can't be doing the same thing as everyone else in your industry. Do something quirky that shows off the personality of your brand. Experiment with videos, infographics, and more visual content that can really grab attention. Social media can play a huge part in growth hacking and really build brand awareness for companies. The trick is to make sure you get the balance right between simply broadcasting and real live engagement. Listen to what your fans are saying and respond to their concerns, questions, and comments. Third task of marketing is growth number of clients. Obviously, the more customers the better. You can increase the number of clients in different ways, for example good advertising, customer orientation, unique product, excellent service, risk reversal and so on. You also can increase the growth in the number of customers with celebrity marketing. Celebrity marketing is a tactic featuring a famous person to offer an endorsement of a product. This famous person might be an actor, musician, athlete, ex-politician or a cartoon character. They do not need to be international superstars, they only need to be familiar to the target audience. For instance, a famous skateboarder might be unknown to the population at large, but beloved in the circle of young men that energy drinks are being marketed to. Another example: after the appearance in the movie about James Bond Omega's watch, their sales grew by 900%, which is a unique growth in the luxury segment. Before we move on, I recommend you right now formulate your marketing tasks. Best if you do this in accordance with SMART rule. According to this rule, any task or goal should be specific. It's explained what exactly needs to be achieved. For example, increase market share within existing industries to 15%. Measurable, explained in what will be measured result. If the indicator is quantitative, then it is necessary to identify the units of measurement. If qualitative, then it is necessary to identify the reference standard. For example, increase your company's net profit by $100,000 a month. Achievable, explains how you plan to reach the goal. For example, increase the profit by reducing production costs, automating resource-intensive operations and extending amount of clients. Relevant, determines the truth of the goal. Is it possible to achieve the desired goal? It is important to make sure that this task is really necessary. For example, if we take automating resource-intensive operations, it is necessary to spend money on automation, or maybe it's better increase the rate of production. Time-bound, definition of a gap on the approach end of which the goal must be achieved. For example, by the end of the year, write down your marketing tasks so that it will be in front of your eyes throughout this course. This will help you to concentrate on your goals. In this lesson, we talk about marketing objectives. The key purpose of marketing is to make sales efforts unnecessary. The market itself does not buy anything, people buy. We don't buy a product itself, but information about it. Key marketing tasks are growth of sale, growth of awareness and growth number of clients. Hope you enjoy the material. Please share your comments. I am always open to make the product better for you. All the best.